Good morning. It's Sunday the 8th of May and I'm back in Bulgaria. It's been a fair while since I posted anything, and the reason being is basically nothing's happened. We've been trying to sort out Claire's residency card all the way through last year, really. COVID, Brexit, lots of issues. Cut long story short, it didn't get sorted until the back end of November. So consequently, we did absolutely nothing to the house last year. We have been over a couple of times, and I didn't take any videos, but which I'm kind of regretting because it was Claire's sort of first trip over, and it would have been nice to sort of get her reactions to the house the first time she saw it and what have you. But there we go. I'll just spin the camera around. Oops, that's the wrong setting. Bear with me. Right. So it's a lovely sunny day here in Bulgaria. Yeah, so the only thing we've had done, basically, it's bright out here, I can't see a thing. The garden's been cut back a few times over the last year, and it was actually done a few days ago. So the only thing we've had done is we've had the steps removed from down the side of the garage, just so we've got proper access through the gates now. So apart from that, I've had prices on various things, but until we knew exactly what was going on, it seemed a bit pointless to go ahead with any work. So this is the first trip I've had across here to actually try and do some work, basically. I've only got a couple of days, but 2 solid days at the house without any distractions. I should get a fair bit done. So plans we have probably changed a lot since we did the first video. So this room here, first room, basically what we decided to do is to concentrate on the 3 rooms on the bottom of the main house. So this will actually be the living room. I've set the bed up in here just for last night, because I want to start in the room I'm going to use as the bedroom. So then this will be the kitchen, and then go through to the long room. And this room we're hoping to do is the bedroom with maybe a little ensuite bathroom thing at the end. The only thing with this is it's very narrow, so I need to get the bed in here and just see exactly how much room we've got to play with. So it may or may not work, but I'm going to start in here. The little issue we had actually last night, or we noticed when we came across last year, there's some little piles of stuff coming out of the mortar there. And I thought, oh, must be some sort of rodent or something, or maybe scorpions or something. And when I came in last night, there was actually movement in that hole there. So that's why I decided not to put the bed up in here. As it turns out, it's like a little frog or a toad. I came in later on in the night and there it was hopping around. So no sign of it this morning. Unfortunately, I was on the phone when it was there, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't manage to pick it up. So hoping that it'll surface and I can get it out. But as it turns out, I was going to point a lot of this, try and fill in some of the holes and repoint some of the stonework. But I've ended up buying plaster, not mortar. A bit of confusion at the shop. Me not making myself understood. So yeah, unfortunate. But so basically, what I want to try and do here is seal the stonework halfway up, and then I'll paint the rest, and then just see what we can do. As I say, I think I'm going to start in here today, get some paint on the walls, try the sealant out on the bits that don't need repointing, and then get the bed in here and see how much room we've got, and see how far I can come across to sort of make a little bathroom part at the end. But yeah, basically I think, just utilising these 3 rooms is probably the first that, I've only got to concentrate on 3 rooms to be done. Sort of during the winter, it's only, we've only got to keep this part of the house cold. The 3 rooms we use all the time anyway, so really that's probably all we need to do. Let me try and spin this round again. Yeah, so So that's the plan, really. The other thing I needed to look at was sort of the doors and windows and things that, again, we've had prices on getting them done, but I wasn't really sure how bad they were or whether they needed doing. And I'm looking and thinking, well, I don't really want to put UPVC windows in. We're fortunate in the windows are actually, there's like an inner and an outer window, and the inners are absolutely sound. It's the outer ones that look a bit iffy, and I've had a good look at them this morning. I knew there's bits of beading missing in some of them, but I think it's probably going to be easier just to take them out and make some new ones. I think that's probably going to be my plan. So I'll take some dimensions, lots of pictures of them before I go across, and when I get back to the UK, I'll start planning what I need, and then when I come across next time, I can buy the materials and hopefully sort of start making some windows. If I reutilise the glass all looks fine, or maybe I'll check. I don't know at the moment. It's all up in the air. So, all right, that'll do for now, and I'll catch you later when I've made some progress. Okay, at this stage you were supposed to see a nice sort of arty piece. I was going to set the camera up and film me going around the room, sorting everything out, and speed it up like professional YouTubers do, but the camera fell over and I've got 20 minutes of the ceiling, so I'm not bothered putting that in. So it's now, what are we on, Monday, about 6:30. So I'm just winding down now, basically. Leaving in the morning, about 6:30 in the morning, to get across to the airport. So I'll just spin you around and I'll show you what I've managed to achieve. Okay, firstly the living room. So that's, I came to paint all round. It's still wet at the moment. I've just finished doing this, so it's gone on really, really horrible in here. But it's a first coat. They're probably going to need settling in here. Not too much to do in here actually. There's a little bit of rot in the floor just over here, so I'm going to have to sort of try and prise that out and patch it all. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the floor in here or the kitchen at the moment. I don't like the colour, so at the very least it's got to be sanded and painted a lighter colour because it shows up everything. And it's a bit wonky in the kitchen area. So kitchen is if you can see that's now bright yellow, which is what the wife wanted. So it's not looking too bad. A lot of work to do in here because we really don't know what we're doing in here really at the moment. We need to sort out, probably go back and sort of plan out exactly where we're going to put things and what we're going to do. This unit here obviously needs to come out, but I'm leaving it at the moment because it is a sink. We have a cupboard underneath, which is quite handy, so for the time being it's staying there until I know exactly what we're doing. But yeah, looking okay. Quite pleased with that. And then the bedroom, this was a bit of a pain. In fact, all the walls were so bad that I've had to use a brush on them, so it's taken forever to paint everything. And I ran out of paint really quickly in here. I've only sort of got down halfway along this wall here. Haven't touched this side at all. The paint just soaked into the walls. So I've sealed the stonework along here and along the top of the shelf thing there. So I've painted all that. Bed fits in nicely, which I was quite pleased about. So we've got enough space to sort of get around. Not the biggest gap in the world, but it's fine. We can get through. I should have put the light on in here really. Let me just go and do that. So basically the end section is going to be the bathroom. Along here, I put these curtains up just temporarily. We are going to use them in the bathroom, but it was just to sort of separate it so we can see what sort of space we've got. But along here, We're going to put a wardrobe. We've already got one sussed out with like sliding doors, so it doesn't have to have too much room for them to open. And then sort of behind here, we've actually got quite a reasonable amount of space, actually. More space than I was expecting to make. So at first I was thinking, well, it's just going to be a toilet and a basin, but I mean, I've got a pop-up bath in there at the moment. And actually I think there's enough room to, you know, put a bath in here or a shower or whatever as well. So it might actually act as the main bathroom rather than just a sort of ensuite, if you like. So yeah, there we go. Just really, I've got to sort of cases out and what have you, and just spin you back around. So yeah, so a little bit of progress, not quite as much as I wanted to, but the main purpose, what I'm really happy about with this trip was knowing that the bedroom's going to work. That's been something that's been playing on my mind for ages. So at least we know that that's, you know, is a goer now. We can use this room as a bedroom. Without any issues. I mean, there is sort of various ways you can put the bed, and it's, you know, so it's just a matter of taking some dimensions now of various things. Next time I come across, I'm thinking the beams. I'm trying to point it to the beams in the wrong way around. There is some woodworm holes in some of the beams. I don't think it's fresh. I think it's all historic, but I think I'm going to treat them anyway, and try and do some sort of treatment on that. I mean, that's going to be quite a task, and it's going to take a while, but I think that's got to be the next sort of step. Also in here I need to sort out the electrics. We've only got one plug socket and it's on the wrong wall, so I need to run some plugs over the other side, sort of light out. I mean, there is a light above me here which isn't working, so I need to sort that out. That one needs a new fitting on it as well. Light in the bathroom. And then maybe sort of think about if we can work out what we're doing with the living room, kitchen. We're going to sit down and try and plan everything out. I'll take some dimensions and plan out what we're doing. And I'll come across and try and sort out the wiring and get plug sockets in the right place. Again, in the living room, there is two plug sockets. One's right on the top of the wall, which is not a lot used to it at all. But so at the very least, I want to try and change the ones that are there for doubles, and try and run at least one more somewhere else onto one of the other walls. Kitchen's possibly not so bad. If I change these for double ones, we might actually get away with it in here because they're actually in decent places. So anyway, that's it. I don't quite know when I'm going to get back across. I'm hoping that I can get across another 2-3 times this year. At least once I'd like to drive across with the van and bring some furniture, but we'll see how that goes. The idea was we're going to come across with the dogs, but getting the necessary paperwork it's proven to be a bit of a nightmare, so I don't think that's going to happen now. But yeah, so only a couple of days, but it's been worthwhile. I've got some definite ideas in my head. I've got lots of things to plan out now and get all the dimensions of the things I didn't have to sort of plan out the other bits and pieces, and hopefully get a bit more done next time. So I'll see you then.